Hey, how's it going, everybody? Blitzball Champ is back yet again with another video. Um, Still kind of recovering from a cold, so just bear with me. Um, this is going to be talking about Week 8. Week 8. Carolina Panthers get back on track with a win over the Tennessee Titans at home by a score of 30-20. So let's get into this game a little bit. This was definitely a bounce back game for Kyle Allen. Um, Game started out very sloppy. I mean, there were early turnovers and just defense was doing all right, but the offense just could not get anything going. Couldn't get anything going. So, very sloppy first quarter start, but Panthers were able to ignite in the second quarter and really go from there. Let's look at stats. Kyle Allen finished with 17 of 32, 232 yards, two touchdowns, and one pick. A lot may say that there were a couple of throws where, honestly, it could have been a lot more picks, but thankfully, it's not the case. But definitely, it looks like Kyle Allen has gotten back on track, and had a better game. So that's a positive. That's definitely a positive. Christian McCaffrey showed up and showed out once again. 24 carries, 146 yards, two rushing touchdowns. He also had a receiving touchdown as well. One of those rushing touchdowns was a 58-yard run. So, unfortunately, he had to go to the locker room to get evaluated for a concussion, but thankfully, he was fine and passed the test. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. But offense was definitely able to get going. And so yeah, one of those receiving touchdowns was Christian McCaffrey, and the other one was to Curtis Samuel. Um, DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel definitely bounced back. DJ Moore had 7 receptions for 101 yards. Curtis Samuel had 3 receptions, 64 yards, and a touchdown. So definitely it was good to see Samuel Moore, Greg Olson, really get involved. Still feel like we're missing that number one receiver though. So I don't know. I really feel like that should have been addressed long ago, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, McCaffrey with 3 touchdowns and shoot, he's really making a case for MVP. I'm just saying, the numbers don't lie. He's making a case for MVP. Keep an eye on him. Uh, Defense did good. They forced, I believe they forced a couple of turnovers. Got a fumble recovery. Dante Jackson got a fumble recovery. And Andy got an interception as well. He got an interception, and Trey Boston got an interception. So, yeah, they actually did pretty well on defense. They got 4 sacks on Ryan Tannehill, but I gotta be honest, Ryan Tannehill still. I mean, he still made some good plays. I mean, I know, he threw 2 picks and only got 1 touchdown, but believe he also got a rushing touchdown. So Ryan Tannehill did some things. So that was that was surprising. That was definitely surprising. Another thing is, you know, Carolina went into the half 17-zip. That once that second half started, defense started to get a little slack, and Tennessee was able to get 20 points by the end of the game. But really, Carolina has to do a better job of keeping their foot on the gas and just stay aggressive. They have to consistently do that. You don't ever. It doesn't matter what team you're going against. You don't ever want to give a team a chance to come back. I mean, the Falcons found that out the hard way in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So, just saying. Um, but definitely this was a big bounce back game for Carolina. It was good for them to go back home and pick up a victory. And they're now 5-3. So it's still going to be tough. You know, they're still way behind on the standings in the NFC South to the New Orleans Saints. But I'm just hoping at some point Saints can start losing, but may not get that chance until Carolina faces them. But this was definitely a good win for Carolina. But they go on the road next week and they play the Packers. And the Packers, they're a great team. Even though they did lose today, they did lose. Who did they lose to? They lost to oh, they lost to the Chargers badly too, 26-11. So that gives me hope. But still, Carolina's going to be playing in Green Bay at Lambeau Field, and but thankfully the last time Carolina played them in Lambeau, they won. So hopefully that trend will continue. But don't sleep on the Green Bay Packers. They still got Aaron Rodgers who could still make plays. They got all sorts of good players on their team. Don't sleep on the Packers. I mean, after all, the Packers are still 7-2. So they're still leading the NFC North. So this is gonna be a tough game. This is gonna be a very tough game. But hopefully it won't be the same outcome as the Niners game. But Carolina just has to, get back on track. This was a good start against Tennessee, but they're really, really going to be tested. As a matter of fact, hopefully after they get through the Packers, then they got 2 division games after the Packers, which is Atlanta and New Orleans. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but let's see how they do against the Packers, if they can put up more of a fight than they did against the Niners. Because this is another great team. They may not be undefeated, but this is still another great team. But still no word on Cam Newton. He saw a foot specialist, and it looks like the injury's worse. They supposedly say that he's not going to need surgery, but I don't know. He might not even come back this year. And maybe that's best for him to take as much time as necessary to heal, but it might not be this year. But it is what it is. But just got to keep going. But thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all next time. Keep pounding, and let's take it to those cheese heads. This is Blitzball Champs signing off. Peace.